Comrades, lend me your cows, or actually give me your cows. No, it's not Julius Caesar. It is the EFF. The EFF is broke, and they want you to give them all sorts of things. We are going to discuss this in Morning Shot today. Joining me is Byron from somewhere in the Eastern Cape. Hello, Byron.
Hello, Ramon. So the EFF has come out and said all their VBS loose is gone. Apparently, they all spent it up on women, drugs, and alcohol. Nice to be an EFF member, isn't it? And they need cows, vegetables, and T-shirts to fund the revolution. Not my words, their words, mate. They actually said they need cows, vegetables, and T-shirts. They said, and any donations that you can muster. Every 10 Rand helps. And so they've actually set up a hotline. You can donate from your cell phone as little as £10, 10 Rand. Sorry, mixing currencies, yeah. 10 Rand, 20 Rand, 30 Rand. I think if you gave them £10, you pretty much fund the party for 3 years. We all know what the exchange rate is doing. But with that being said, they're after any old lucre that you can send them.
It is rather amazing, right? Because political party funding, we get it, right? We need donations, but to ask for vegetables and cows, what is a political party going to do with a cow? I know
I
they
don't
can
know.
milk the system as much as possible, but this is taking the piss now.
Well, we all know that when you have to go out there and get your vegetables from your garden, you actually need to move the earth. Why don't we hear from a word from our sponsor, who actually do earth moving equipment? Telcorp.
Building something great requires the right tools. So if you're in the business of building roads, moving earth, or mining, you know that having the right equipment can make all the difference. And that is where Telcorp comes in. Telcorp specializes in top-of-the-line earth-moving equipment to get the job done faster, safer, and more efficiently. They have over 300 vehicles for sale, from bulldozers to excavators, even heavy-duty trucks. But of course, Telcorp does not just sell equipment. They provide a whole turnkey solution to all earth-moving needs. They offer maintenance, they offer services, they even offer international transport, including all the documentations and clearances. So if you need to build a road or mine for minerals or do anything related to breaking the earth apart, Telcorp is your first port of call. To find out more, check out the link in the description down below. And we are back. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. At Morning Shot, we never ask for money. I mean, except if you watched the video yesterday, we were asked for a donation of 2.4 million so we can go to the EFF gala dinner. We want to sit with Juju at his own table and explain to him why he's a boss. So if you want that to happen, please help out Morning Shot. All the details are below. And believe me, if we get 2.4 million Rand in donations, we are going to film the entire thing when we get there. So, Byron, other than the money, why do you think they need vegetables?
I don't know, mate. I mean, he's actually after some cows, isn't he? So maybe Julius wants to get a new wife and he needs some little bolo to actually pay the new wife. I don't know, mate. Maybe he still owes some money for the old wife and he actually now is getting the family come to him trying to repossess the wife because he hasn't paid the appropriate lobolo. I don't know, man. Like at the end of the day, the problem with Juju is that he's constantly spending other people's money. I mean, we see that on his campaign trail. Those streetwise twos, they don't come cheap. He obviously is always carting people in and about. And whenever he goes to some form of tribal land, he always gives the people a free Land Rover, anything to get the vote, eh? So funding the revolution, in other words, bribing the revolution, is not cheap. And unfortunately, he's running out of cash. He does obviously run an extraction system whereby he asks every councillor for 30% of their votes. He asks everybody to send them money like there's no tomorrow. He pillages money from, well, everywhere. So, at the end of the day, the revolution obviously that he's funding, the Gucci wearing revolution, hasn't come cheap so far. And unfortunately, he's hitting the end of the barrel and he really needs to kind of refund it. I mean, let's face it, that Louis Vuitton doesn't buy itself, does it?
So we do know for a fact that VBS funded the EFF for a long time, but when I say the EFF, I actually mean the lifestyle of Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema. The Daily Maverick proved over and over again there were bank cards associated to accounts in which VBS loot was put in there, and those bank cards, went around wherever Malema happened to be, whether it was Wimpy, whether it was Louis Vuitton, whether it was Gucci in Santon City, whether it was even Floyd Shivambu's wedding. That VBS funded the whole thing. So at the end of the day, EFF are having a hard lesson in understanding supply and demand, and most importantly, scarcity. In other words, capitalism has hit the EFF quite hard, and now they need more money.
It's always a problem with socialist ideas, isn't it? It's like that's what we always say. Problem with socialism is you always end up running out of other people's money to spend. And unfortunately, other people's money is what the EFF has spent, and they have run out of it. So shows that old adage is true. With that being said, obviously what they need is they need more money in the coffers. And the only way that they can really think of doing that is, can I have a cow?
But that is not the only thing they're going to do. As we said before, the gala dinner is being planned for the 10th anniversary of the EFF, and you could pay up to 1.2 million rand to have dinner with Julius Malema. But also, weirdly, Byron, they said there are branding opportunities for your company. Your company logo can be all over the place. I thought the EFF was like sort of anti,
Anti-capitalist.
yeah, anti-capitalist, nationalize all the mines and banks and things like that. Except when
People
it's
shouldn't be able to own property.
yeah,
Property should all be state owned. You know, what happened to the proletariat and all the, the working masses? And we all need to get the workers together because, they're all just capitalizing on, the workers' hard work. And yeah, we've heard all the talking points. But maybe, just hear me out, Ramon.
hmm.
Maybe all the logos that appear on there, all the EFF guys are like expropriating that one first. So it's like maybe it's just so they know who to expropriate when the time comes. And with that being said, I got to ask myself, what fucking muppet would really sponsor an EFF bloody gala dinner? Like, let's face it, you know who's not going to be at the EFF gala dinner? Coca-Cola. What the fuck, man? Like, do you really think people are that stupid?
Well,
What am I talking about? This is South Africa. I mean, let's face it. Discovery's going, bloody Pick and Pay's going, Clicks are going.
especially
Fucking
Clicks, they're
kidnappers.
buying 10 tickets from the get go. Just part of the deal they made so that the EFF could stop burning down the Click stalls all over the place. So,
Mm.
no doubt, Clicks is going. But if you think about it, if you add up all of the available tickets from 1.2 million to 250,000 Rand, that is a very, very tidy sum of cash for the
Yeah.
EFF. No doubt in time for the election campaign. They're going to be start revving up later this year or earlier next year. So who knows? For now, the EFF is quite broke. It'll be very interesting to see how many other people join Julius at his main table, other than us, of course, because we're definitely going if you help us get there, of course. But it would be quite strange if we are at the EFF gala dinner with Julius Malema and there's no one else at his table because no one else could be bothered to pay the 1.2 million.
For reference, if you actually think about it, it's 1.2 million for seats at the head of table. That means 12 million.
5 multiply by 5. 5 multiply by 5 is, okay, let's say 2 multiply by 5 is equals to 2 multiply by 5.
The table next to them is 750,000. There's tickets there. So that's what, 7.5 million just to sit there with Floyd Shivambu. I don't know who wants to do that. So already you're talking nearly, 18, 19 million just on the first two tables? I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
They could raise like 40 million Rand for the gala dinner.
So here's the big one, though, and I'm still really confused. They've got a table at 750,000 Rand per ticket to sit with Dolly and Pofu. I would pay them 750,000 Rand not to sit with Dolly and Pofu. So do you reckon that what's actually going to happen is like Juju's table is going to be full, maybe Floyd has like 5, and then Dolly's got like 1 guy? And
Yeah.
you're going to be able to gauge everybody's popularity by how many people paid to sit at the table.
And the only person at Dolly's table will be his son, Sizwe. So there you go. And you got a free ticket to be there, of course. Not that he would pay. It will be very interesting to find out. So yes, we really want to go to the gala dinner. We think it'll make the best vlog South Africa has ever seen. So please help donate. The cause, basically, the cause is called calling Malema a puss to his face. And therefore, if you want to donate, please use that as a reference in your payment. And we'll make sure it is allocated accordingly so that we can go to the EFF gala dinner at the VIP table. What's there to lose? Except for our lives, but other than that, like, not much.